They took mine off me, but I just ordered a new one from England, which my friend sent to me. They stamped my passport, and then I got in a car with this Omani guy who was very sweet, and he took me across the border, which took 90 minutes. So 2 years of hell, £60,000 of legal fees, bankruptcy, mental health problems, being jailed, and actually, I could have just left for £8,000 and it would have taken me 90 minutes. I can't believe that I didn't do that earlier and I went through all this hell. But as I said, it's because I was innocent of any wrongdoing and that I wanted to stay in Dubai and clear my name. And when it became apparent that there is no chance to clear your name because they simply don't care, that's when I decided to leave. And when you get in the car, there's a period where you have to get in the boot, because when you exit Dubai, although you have an exit stamp in your passport, if the border patrol check your passport, they'll see there's a travel ban and you'll be arrested. So for a brief period, for like 3 minutes, you get in the boot, and then in no man's land between Dubai and Oman, you get out of the boot, and then when you arrive in Oman, you get your stamp, your entry stamp legally and your visa. And once you're in Oman, technically you've exited the UAE legally and entered Oman legally, and then from Oman you just fly home. And that was it. My 15 years in Dubai ended with me leaving the country with one suitcase and barely a penny to my name. After all the work, after 20 years of working on my businesses, that just having to accept that there's no justice, and that I had left with nothing and I'm still trying to rebuild my life. I think that's one of the hardest things. And that this guy did not stop there. So when I got back to the UK, I was diagnosed with PTSD. I was given a sick note, which didn't really do anything because I'm self-employed. But I was really struggling to work. I had a couple of £100s in my bank account, had no family to stay with. I had an old friend who was selling a house, and I stayed in the empty house. I was house sitting, which wasn't really ideal, but I didn't have a car. It was really cold. I was really depressed and traumatized. And somehow this guy that had opened this case and been, threatening me for years got hold of my address in England, and we have no idea how. And then I got this barrage of letters and threats, this time demanding a new amount of money. No context for what the money was for, just I'm going to make you bankrupt in England. And it hasn't stopped. This is just one of many incidents. I can't possibly tell you them all because it's been going on for 7 years. And I left the UK because I didn't feel safe there, even though I had a police letter. This guy's not English, by the way, but knowing that he had my address. So then I went on this crazy international trek across the world trying to find safety. And I now live in Australia. I've skipped a part of this story out, but I now live in Australia and I'm a resident here. And within 5 days of me being in Australia, he arrived here, and